I found out way more than I expected about my FICO score and what I needed to do to improve my credit while in the bathroom. Honestly, I was surprised and caught off guard about what I learned, and I'm going to share all of that with you, plus the biggest tips that improved my credit over 100 points very, very quickly. That's it. You ready? Let's go. Hey guys, I'm Tyler. I'm so glad you're here. Let me ask you a question. Where do you do your best thinking? Where do you get your inspiration? You know, how do you get your creative juices flowing? Let me know in the comments below. For me, it's usually while I'm in the bathroom. There's just something about that smell that gets my creative juices running. I can't believe I just said that. Actually, this was the last place I thought I would learn anything for that matter. So I have used Credit Karma for as long as I've cared about my credit. But recently I heard about the myFICO app and decided to check it out. Here are a few things that I learned that I found helpful and I'm sure will be helpful to you as well. Starting out, my credit score was different from all of the other platforms. And the thing about it is when you go to apply for a loan or a mortgage or a credit card, companies are going to be pulling your FICO score. This is what other institutions are going to see when they pull your credit. That right away gives me a real number to work with instead of a number that has no substance or that isn't accurate. It's like your professor saying that you got around a 70%. Really? Is it above or below a 70? Is it a pass or fail? Accuracy is everything in this case. Now, if we take a look right here at the Insights tab in the myFICO app, you're gonna see this circle with a bunch of different categories on it. And by simply tapping, you're gonna change the different categories that affect your credit history. Looking at mine, you can see my payment history right here has a 35% on my FICO score, and right now it's a fair rating. Now, there's a story with that, and I'll tell you here in a second, but each section of this wheel has a percentage that tells you the impact it has on your credit. And every time you tap the question mark, it tells you what a high achiever would have in a scenario. For example, here for late payments, it says 98% of FICO high achievers have no missed payments at all. And that's something now you can see as a goal moving forward. The other thing about it right away is the simple user interface. Credit Karma, on the other hand, makes a ton of money selling your information to third parties, and they're constantly selling you stuff on their platforms that's not in your best interest. Here, I don't see any of that, so I'm not gonna accidentally sign up for anything that I might not want to. For example, I called a buyer yesterday that was referred to me, and I was told that they wanted to buy a house. When I talked to them, they said they were on Credit Karma to see if they could actually get a loan with their current credit score, never thinking they were going to be getting a call from a realtor. The scary thing was, I was the first of 6 other phone calls that they got from just clicking the Learn More button. So be careful what you click, or you may be getting a call from a Russian operative or something. The best feature on this app, and the reason I spent more time than normal in the bathroom, I'll get to in a second, but I first want to share the credit tips that have helped me increase my credit score tremendously. The fastest way I've seen one able to increase their score is to become an authorized user on another account, preferably someone that has really, really good credit. I've seen credit increases over 100 points this way. Now, I've already been an authorized user on my wife's account and she's on my account, so it really wasn't a big mover for me. Next, keep your credit utilization to under 30%. The lower the better in this case. If you have 2 cards that gives you a total credit limit of $10,000, then you want to keep your balances less than $3,000, which is 30% of that $10,000. I saw the biggest move here by paying off all of my cards. If you don't have the extra funds though to pay off a bunch of your debt, then there's another way to decrease your utilization, and that's simply by asking for credit limit increases or even opening another card. Let's just say you get another card for $10,000. Now, that gives you a total credit limit of $20,000. That $3,000 balance that was 30% before is now 15% of your total credit limit that you have access to. Now, if you cannot control yourself and you think you're gonna end up using that extra credit, then do not open more accounts. This is strictly for those that have that self-control in this area and isn't gonna go on a spending spree. Also, you can dispute any and all negative marks on your credit. And the myFICO app makes this really easy, and I'll get to more of that here in a second. But the most exciting one of all, the one where you're gonna see the most consistent growth in your credit score, is by paying your bills on time. There's just nothing sexy about this. It's just about being consistent and paying it over and over and over on time. Now, I knew about these strategies before, but the simulator tool in the myFICO app was extremely helpful to know where to put my energy and was why I was glued to my seat, so to speak. I shared this briefly in another video, but I paid a loan company to manage my income-based repayment plan when I first got out of college. They ended up being sued by the federal government and they stopped managing my plan, and I fell out of the income-based repayment. And I was never notified, and I missed one payment on 10 different student loan accounts, and my credit tanked because of it. So in the simulator, I was able to look at a bunch of different scenarios to see how it would affect my credit. What if I paid off my student loans? How would that affect my credit? What if I made on-time payments for the next 6 months? Where would I be at? What if I applied for another loan? All you have to do is simply click on the scenario, and the myFICO app will tell you how your credit score is affected. Now guys, this is accurate because this is what banks are already going to look at when they pull your myFICO score. This gave me tremendous insight on how my actions would affect my credit and where I could spend my energy. In addition to this, the myFICO app really made it easy for me to file any disputes by putting the links that I needed to go to right in the app. Surprisingly enough, most people don't file for disputes simply because it seems super complicated. It took me about 15 minutes to file 10 disputes on each of the credit reporting sites. Guys, personally, I'm probably not going to hang on to this app for years on end, but I think this was the best app to help me become aware of what I needed to do to increase my credit to where I wanted it to be. I did provide an affiliate link, guys, in the description below for the myFICO app that I used. So use it, don't use it, it doesn't matter to me, but I do believe that this is gonna be super helpful to you to get your credit to the point that you want it to be. If you're working on improving your credit to be able to purchase a house one day, then check out this video right here that I did on the basics of buying a house. And if you haven't hit that subscribe button and notification bell, please do that. If you like this content and you want to see more, guys, please subscribe. And if you have any suggestions at all, please put them in the comments below, guys. Thanks for watching. Love you all, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.